Alright lads, so for our first video of the day, I do want to go over the news post that we did just get in regards to the upcoming event that will be a permanent addition to Brave Souls starting tomorrow after tonight's maintenance. So in this case, we have the new attribute tree grounds, and TODW is going to be a horde type event where we're in a big map similar to how it looks in Arena, and the idea is to defeat all the enemies in the 2-minute time limit, and if you do that, you will be able to get extra crests to power up the attribute tree. And if you have been doing your daily orders every single day, at this point, you should be very quickly approaching the end of page number 1. And that is something to specify right from the get-go too, because I know a lot of people aren't aware of this. This system will not end with this page. There are going to be multiple pages, and page 2 will be unlockable starting from tomorrow. At this point in time, we have no idea what the end goal is in terms of how many pages there will be, because there could be 3, 4, maybe even 5. The main thing to look at here is the max link slot level and also max transcendence slot level, because we do know that eventually over time we will be able to unlock level 30 link slots and also level 20 transcendence slots. And this page 1, only gave 1 level for those slots. So I'm really hoping going into page 2, the numbers start to kick up a tad bit, because if it is only ever 1 link slot and transcendence level per page, we're going to have 10 pages in total. And that's quite a lot. Quite a lot, to be honest. So with this event, again, it is available tomorrow. If you do it within the first 8 hours of the release, you will be able to do it again later that day. For me, it drops at 7 in the morning. We will be live when this goes up. And then later that day at reset, for me, that's 3 p.m., we'll get another attempt. Because this event will be a daily event, something you want to do every day. Probably the first thing you want to do every day when logging into Brave Souls, and it will only take up 2 minutes of your time, and hopefully in those 2 minutes you can have a bit of fun with a character you want to use. Scrolling down though, we can have a look at the rules. There will be 2 difficulties available, normal and also very hard. Maybe in the future there could be a hard difficulty, but the rules themselves, I'm actually kind of a massive fan of it, I will be honest. Like with any event or game mode when there are rules, they can be pretty restrictive, especially in the Limit Breaker game mode, but this one seems relatively simple. If you're a Sniper, you're getting a 2 times damage output. If you have a Hollow or a Rank Killer, you're getting a 2 times killer effect. That doesn't seem any groundbreakingly OP. You're encouraged to use Snipers, but you can probably get away using any other character, especially those that are recent that have a very high damage output. And what I love the most, that I'm really hoping is going to be a permanent rule, is that if you are using a resurrected character, you get a 3 times damage output. So this is basically the first event that you're kind of encouraged almost to use old characters, and I'm definitely looking forward to trying out different characters, older characters even, and it's something to be fair I've been wanting to do for quite some time. Funny enough, the enemies that do appear are Aaroniero and Hollow, so maybe you can get a use out of 5th Anniversary Ichigo, since he will be getting all the damage multipliers here, so I'm definitely going to be doing a video on that, trying him out. But what you will notice is that overall, there are 15 waves. However, if you are using bonus characters, you can get up to an extra 5 waves, in this case 20. And each wave will have 25 enemies, which is a decent amount of enemies to be fair. And having a look at the bonus characters, I think it's quite fair in all honesty. Obviously, Caleb are going to want to push new characters, and maybe in this case even older characters, because by having any of these characters in your team, you are getting extra waves. And ideally, you are going to want to form a team where you can get 5 extra waves. So for example, use Esno and then Misaki, and with that you're getting 5 of the extra waves, because there is a cap. There are quite a few bonus characters here, so likely the new characters of any given month are going to be featured here for the entire month, giving you extra value to those that do pull the new characters. The resurrected characters might seem a bit random, like right now it is the Everything But the Rain banner, which I don't mind because they're probably the most common 1000 Blood War units, but maybe this will later change to include some of the newer resurrected characters, and then the wave 1+ characters will likely feature characters that are available in current summons. So if you are actively playing the game, you should at least have a few bonus characters, but I do want to preface right from the get-go too, is that not having bonus characters doesn't stop you from getting all the rewards. If you have no bonus characters, it just means you have to spend more soul tickets. Because the way this event is going to work is that it will be here permanently every single day until you defeat 500 enemies. Once you defeat the 500 enemies and get all of the daily rewards, it will then disappear, and then you can try again the next day. If we scroll down and have a look at the quest details, what you will see here is that it does require soul tickets to attempt the quest. I'll be honest, quite quite a bit high for the amount of soul tickets you need to use. I would have maybe liked to see this be a tad bit lower, but we get plenty of soul tickets in this game, especially if you are actively farming the point event and also the brave bonuses. You can get upwards to 50 tickets guaranteed a day, so it's not that big of a deal. But if you are attempting the very hard difficulty, you have to spend 30 soul tickets. So this is what I mean if you have no bonus characters. You know, the max amount of enemies that will appear are 375. It just means that you have to do the quest again, so 60 soul tickets will have to be spent for you to get all the rewards. So I guess in this case, the only punishment for not having bonus characters is that you have to spend more soul tickets, which we have plenty of. In terms of the rewards that we do get here though, is that it is 240 of each type, which I think is a decent amount to get daily. Right now from the current daily orders, which by the way are going to get removed after this update, from daily orders you get 120. So now with this system, instead of the daily orders, you're getting double the amount that we usually got prior to this event. So our speed in terms of maxing out these soul trees have basically been doubled, and it's also been increased a tad bit more too, because there will be now weekly orders where if you do defeat 1,500 enemies in total, you will also be gaining an extra 2,000 crests in a given week. Now, the attribute of the crest is different every week. That's why it doesn't state it here. So 1 week it might be technique only, 1 week after that it might be heart only, and it will be cycling through all 5 attributes. So I guess it might be a tad bit triggering for your OCD by having one attribute significantly higher than the others, for those that want to have every character and every attribute the same level. But yeah, with the daily orders and also the weekly, we are getting a pretty big increase in the amount of crests that we are getting monthly now. And to get all of these rewards too, you only have to do it for 3 days. So it's not like you have to do it every single day to finish these weekly orders. It's only going to take 3, assuming you are doing the 500 enemies defeated every single day. It is stated here, however, is that if you do fail to complete the quest, you actually can just get another 30 seconds by using a revival candle. So I'm wondering if by that they mean after the 2-minute is up, you can just get extra 30 seconds. And you very well might want to do that if you just need that extra bit of time, because again, it is going to cost 30 soul tickets. I wouldn't want to lose 30 soul tickets. I very rarely ever use revive candles, so this might actually make a use for them. So I honestly don't dislike that. And with that, I think I covered everything. That's basically the breakdown for this new game mode in this very long post. I'm honestly here for it. I do like the idea that it is a daily quest that we can do every single day. That seems to be permanent throughout the entire month. I know it does say that it is leaving on the 28th, but that likely is the rules. Hopefully it's not just for the second half of the month, but that will be, you know, we'll find out at the end of the month, right? The bonus system, I think, is kind of fine. You're only spending more soul tickets if you are lacking bonus characters. The rewards themselves, it is an increase to what we currently have right now. So the extra daily ones and weekly orders definitely are going to up the amount of time it takes to finish a page. I think the rules themselves aren't too restrictive, and I really do like the idea that they kind of want us to use resurrected characters. That's something I've been wanting for quite some time. And hopefully, most importantly, it's just a fun quest. Something you can have extra fun with, doing it every single day, getting some good rewards, working towards an even bigger system. But with that said, let me know in the comments below how you like to feel about the news that we did get today. Again, we'll find out the full information of the event itself and how it plays tomorrow. We will be live when the maintenance does finish, and most of the maintenance will be in regards to this, but we might get some extra news to who actually knows. With that said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Take care, and peace.